Now we're going to be talking about suspended 2 chords, or sometimes in your sheet music it'll just say 2, like A2, B2, so on and so forth. So let's jump right in. We're going to look at first at our A2 chord. Our A2 chord will be, it's like an A chord, but you're just going to leave the second string open. So how I play this one, if you're playing an A chord like this, and then it says like A to an A2, then you'll be releasing like this. So A, A2. That's how you get it off of an A chord. But if you're just going to the A2 chord, then I use my second and third finger. And so what it is you're placing your fingers on the second fret of strings number 4 and 3. And it's a 5-string chord. You take it from your A note, and that's an A2 chord. All right. B2 is the same kind of shape chord, but what we're going to do now is we're going to bar it at like a bar chord. And so it's going to be a 5-string chord, and what you do is you're going to bar the second fret with your first finger, and then you're going to put fingers number 3 and 4 on strings 3 and 4. But what I do though is I have finger 3 is on string 4, finger 4 is on string 3. As you can see, that's how I have it positioned. That's the best way to do it. So this is a B2 chord. You got 5 strings in this one as well. Okay, there's your B2 chord. C2 is going to take a different shape now. The C2 chord, one of my favorites, is going to be, you're going to put your third finger on your second string, 3rd fret. Now the great thing about this chord, if you're changing from a D to a C2, it's a real good chord progression for songwriting. But so what we're going to do on this one now is we're going to put, leave this finger here, finger 3, on string 2, fret 3. Now you're going to put finger 1 on fret 2, string 4. You're going to put finger 3, so finger 1, finger 2 will go on the 5th string, 3rd fret. So 3rd finger, 2nd string, 3rd fret. 1st finger goes on the 4th string, 2nd fret. 2nd finger goes on the 5th string, 3rd fret. That's a 5-string chord, and it's going to sound like this. Beautiful chord, great chord. Okay, the D2 is an easy one. Now sometimes when I'm playing a D chord formation like this, then I'll play the D2 chord like this. But sometimes I'll play it like this, depending on my chord fingering. So basically, the basic way of playing it is to put your first finger on string 3, fret 2, and then your 3rd finger, like the C2 chord, will be going on string 2, fret 3. And that's a 4-string chord, sounds like this. Now if you were to accidentally play 5 strings on this one and throw in your A, it's still kind of cool, it gives it a full sound, but if you wanted to work off your root note, then that way you play 4 strings. Because your root note here, your 4th string is D. But once again, if you may desire to play, get a fuller sound, and it sounds like that. Okay, so our next is our E2 chord. Now E2 is going to be a little bit more difficult because you're working off your E major chord. But what we're going to do now is, so if you play your E major chord like this, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be eliminating the use of the 3rd finger, and then we're going to put the 4th finger on string 4, 4th fret. So you're going to have the 1st finger is going to be on string 3, 1st fret. Once again, 4th finger, string 4, 4th fret. Your 2nd finger, string 5, 2nd fret. And it sounds like this. Real beautiful chord. One of my favorites. So kind of a difficult chord to get used to because you have to quickly put your little finger in place there. But a great sounding chord. Okay, now, more difficult now will be your F2 chord. And the F2 is the same kind of situation as the E, but you're going to have a bar here. So there's your F chord, and so to do the F2, you're going to have to reach your little finger over here like this, and then still bar it, and it's going to sound like this. So real difficult chord to play. Once again, F2 is going to be barred on the first fret here. Your second finger is going to be on string 3, fret 2. Your third finger is going to be on string 5, fret 3, and then your fourth finger, you're going to reach over here and play it on string 4, 5th fret. Real hard chord to play because of the stretch. It's right up against the nut, so your frets are going to be farther apart, and I play my F2 chord up here. Much easier to play. We're going to talk about that in the next video called movable movable suspended 2 chords. But right now we're talking about the suspended 2 chords in the first position, keeping everything right there. So finally, the G chord, the G2, will be played like this. Now some people, when they play the G2 chord, they mute, when they play this 6th string here, they mute the 5th string with this finger, okay? Now, even though this is the second tonality, so some people leave it open. So it's going to be your choice, the sound you want. But the actual chord calls for this to be muted, and then you get your second tonality here. So that's going to sound like this. Okay, and so now this chord here is going to be, your first finger is going to go on fret 2, 3rd string. Your third finger is going to go to string 1, 3rd fret, and then your second finger is going to go over here to the 6th string, 3rd fret. And so, once again, sounds like this. Okay, and if you allow your 5th string to be open, which is also a second tone, it's the A, then it'll sound like this. But as you can see, sometimes the A there gets a little muddled up, and so that's why people like to play it while muting that A note. Okay, so there's your suspended 2 chords. Practice them, get to know them, and subscribe to our videos. Have a great day.